My name is Yoel Israel. I'm originally from Philly, and our agency, Wadi Digital, we're based up in Caesarea, Pardes area. We help B2B tech companies bring in awesome leads that you can close. They're great for your sales team, and we help those sales teams also close those leads. And that's something that's unique that only we do, and we love doing a part of it. So a little bit about LinkedIn, that I'm sure you're all familiar, is that there are almost 500 million professionals on LinkedIn, right? And what's interesting is the only place where you can reach any professional. Think about it. There are over 7 million C-level executives on LinkedIn. How else can you reach C-level execs other than on LinkedIn? It's absolutely really cool. So let's get right into why LinkedIn is different from others in addition to being able to reach white-collar professionals. Now, why do we go on LinkedIn, right? As we discussed, is that we can actually be with people that we want to be. We don't have to see cat videos, we don't have to see family pictures, we don't have to pretend to be interested in all these things that are like kind of cool but whatever, but totally worthless and doesn't help our personal development. Or even worse, politics or, fake news. And sometimes it might be a little fake publishing on LinkedIn, yeah, I would agree to that. But what's really cool is it's where you can go to grow and where your company can go and to get the attention of the people that you want. There's nowhere else, no other platform that actually provides that. So I want to talk a little bit about the LinkedIn ads targeting that's unique to LinkedIn. Now, here on the right, what you'll see is it's actually a snapshot from the back end of different ways that you can target. There's only a part of it, and then there's a lot more actually in beta that I'm going to get to in a moment. So if you want to reach someone, you can reach people directly by what companies that you want and their job titles or their seniority. Or if you want to go really wide, you can choose an entire industry and the number of employees in the company. So think about that. You can reach anyone you want at Coca-Cola. If you would just want to reach Fortune 500 companies, you can do that. And you just want to reach the marketing executives that are only, let's say, senior directors, you can do that. And are a certain age and in a certain location, we can reach exactly who you want. Something I touched on in the beginning is that once you get the leads, unfortunately, the sales team complains that the leads are not market qualified. Now, we're going to get to how we're going to get better leads in a moment. But one thing that you need to do is you need to help the sales team close. So let me give you an example. You might have a lead, or the company you work for might have a lead, and the sales team reaches out to someone, and they actually have considered a good lead. But how are you going to make sure it closes? So what we're going to do is we actually work with the decision makers. You might have the decision makers, unless you're trying to target, let's take Fiverr, right? So there might be 20 decision makers that would be interested in you closing them. So we would actually pinpoint and target Fiverr, all the decision makers. And you might have one person who's a lead that will help you, but you're competing against a bunch of competitors. Some people don't want to move forward because it's too expensive, or there's too much risk involved with using your software, and you have a bunch of naysayers. So what we do is we pinpoint target ads to them to help you close leads. Now, they see these ads that, we're just a target audience, all right, we're just seeing your ads. But really, so they click on it and the click-through rates are extremely high. However, the real reason why we're able to target them is not just send them regular ads, we make custom ads. So we would position you against your competitors that you're having trouble with, that you're having trouble closing against. Or if you know that they need some more testimonials and you can't get that through to the decision makers on the team, we can do that directly with LinkedIn ads. And again, they just think just seeing general ads and they're just part of a larger target audience. But no, we want them to close. So we also make sure that the sales team close the leads that they get from marketing. All right, so let's talk about lead gen forms. Lead gen forms is probably one of the coolest things about LinkedIn. It was original on Facebook, and LinkedIn does it now, and it is the best and easiest way to capture leads. This is by far is what made LinkedIn the number one way to capture leads. So I'm going to show you this is one of my personal ads. All right, right now, lead gen forms is only on mobile. In June, it's going to be open in beta to also be on computers, not just on mobile. So I know this might be a little hard to hear to read, but the ad basically is talking to, are you a funded Israeli B2B startup? Right? It's got a fear of you is talking. How do I know it's a funded B2B startup? I talk in the first line. It's really easy. I go to Globes once a week, I see who got funding of $6 million or more, and I add the company in, and I target CMOs, and I exclude certain, lower seniorities, and only those see my ads. They click the ad, and I have a few different variations, and this was funding B2B startup, free marketing review. Why not? Let me audit your work. Or for free. I do a full hour free. You got this, now automatically populated. I know it's hard to see. You got their email, their phone number, cell phone, name, company, anything you want that you can put on LinkedIn about them. that you want, their seniority, the job title, the location that you want is automatically populated. All they have to do is click submit, and boom, you get the lead. And I send them straight to my testimonials page so they know what to expect. So after they go, they see, oh wow, Yoel works with other awesome B2B tech companies. So it's actually really valuable. So the ad is perfectly targeted to who we're trying to reach. And then from there, you get to the land, you get to a lead form, it's already filled out, they click submit, boom, you got their cell phone numbers, you call them. Done deal, very easy. Another way to do it, just to go back for a second actually, is gated content. You just say, read this ebook on XYZ. They click here, submit, they get download, they click to the link, and they go to your website, they download the content. And now you've got all the contact information of exactly who you want that you need to lead for your sales team to close. Another thing that we do here is also we would actually make a little marketing funnel, remarketing, which I'll talk about in a moment, is that after we get that lead, what can we do with it to even more help your sales team close before they even contact them. So let's talk about carousel ads. This is currently in beta. I have access to this for our clients. Now, you may be familiar with carousel ads because on Facebook, right, I'm sure you've seen them, it's a few cards, and you can swipe left, right, it's fun to interact with. Now, getting in now, you get first mover advantage. First mover advantage is cool. People want to interact with your ad. But now imagine each one of these is a different kind of data content with a different form that you just saw. So you show an ebook, a recorded webinar, want about a free trial, request a demo. Do you find exactly the kind of data content that's right for that person? Now you're paying per click. You're not paying. So right here, you can have from 2 to 10 impressions immediately of different content that they might want to close. You can get awesome leads. And you're interested in it. So they find what's the most relevant for me. And that's how you're able to close them. And this is how you can get excellent quality leads. This is another great way to do it. This is in beta. This should be rolled out in, I think, July to everyone. All right, so here's video ads. Video ads was just rolled out this month to everybody. It just came out of beta. You should be able to do it by the end of this month. Every ad account should have it. Now, what's cool about video ads is you actually get to be creative. So LinkedIn, how many times have you seen ads or even posts, oh, read my company with another dumb blog, another dumb ebook, or this and that, nothing exciting, right? Maybe they'll show a picture of everyone stuffing their face at some barbecue they had, or whatever, right? Or another creative, I'm guilty of it too. We've all done it. Now, video is cool. We can tell a story. We can show a video testimonial. Here's a video testimonial from Social Media Examiner. They're a client of ours. They're the biggest social media company in the world. They have the biggest social media conference in San Diego every single year. I'm very blessed to do their ads. They gave us a fabulous video testimonial. Now I'm remarketing to all my prospects. They're ready to close. They might have certain they want to contact my references and they're scared to actually contact them. I don't want my references to be called by, 3 different leads a week. So what do? I have 8 video testimonials. I put them up. I remarket to all my leads, and we do this for our clients. And what do? They see the video ads, and it's awesome. But why is it awesome? It's awesome because they get to see the ads how they want. They get to interact with your brand. And ready for the kicker? In a few months, video ads are going to become lead gen forms. So you can people can click on the ad, they do learn more, and you can ask them for a review. Or you can talk about, check out this really cool webinar that we're going to be doing on, so you sign up here, right, form, 1, 2, 3, everything's filled out. So there's a lot that you can do with video ads, and you're doing a lot more with it. And it's going to get really exciting. All right, let's talk about lookalikes. Facebook's best P2P targeted method is lookalikes. Going forward, it's in beta, and it's coming out of beta at the end of 2018. You'll never need to use Facebook as a B2B tech marketer again, because they're rolling out lookalikes, which will be coming out of beta at the end of this year. Now think about this for a minute. Right? We're all familiar with what's great about lookalikes. You give a point of email list where someone got to a certain thank you page or landing page, and what do? We're able to actually now, LinkedIn, which Facebook started doing, find another audience times 100 times 1,000 of these email lists. Now what are we going to do with it? We're actually going to narrow it down. And you take this list, and then we're going to narrow it down by all your normal ways you would narrow it down, right? By location, by seniority, by industry, by size of company. It's astonishing. Now we can reach new marketers. Now, I am guilty of, and maybe some of you are, instead of writing one line, CEO or founder or director of marketing for your job title on LinkedIn, you write something that kind of sells yourself or shows a little personality. So you can target on job titles. One of the best ways to target on LinkedIn. Now you don't have to. You upload an email list. They can find all those people with those funny job titles. So lookalikes is a way to find new audiences that are extremely and highly relevant. This thing I want to talk about. A lot of people talk about like, well, you have to be on LinkedIn ads to see the ads. And that's actually not true. There is something called LinkedIn, just like Google and Facebook. Remember, LinkedIn's owned by Microsoft. They have a large extended network. Their network is thousands of websites such as Flipboard and other websites where they actually show ads. They just work with LinkedIn, so they share the data on you. And it's part of it's correct, and we can actually show you relevant ads. Now, remarketing. Everyone's familiar with remarketing, and I kind of want to end here because we're all familiar with it. But you got to do it right on B2B. This is how you really get the lead. So I mentioned earlier, let's say you get a high funnel lead, they're downloading an ebook, they're reading it on their own, right? But now even, you forget the fact you have their email and your sales team is going to reach out with them, and you're going to put them in your email marketing and use your campaign, blah, blah, blah. But we want to get them right away. We already know who they are. We know their exact target audience. So when they get to that thank you page, imagine, right after you know exactly what ebook they downloaded, you know exactly your target market because we defined it so well on LinkedIn. Now we're going to show them another ad that said, hey, you read our ebook on X, Y, and Z. Why don't you come join our live webinar on ABC? Right? You can speak to them. They know who you are. They know what remarketing is. And you can build a remarketing funnel only using ads instantly. They already got it. They came to this page to download the ebook. Boom, you got the remarketing cookie with the LinkedIn Insight tag. And you can start sending them lower and lower funnel. Meanwhile, at the same time, in 3 days, they're going to hear from the sales team. They're already ready for the webinar. You're already ready to properly targeted. They've already requested your content. They already have your content. They're already reading your content. And that is one of the ways that you can help close, get more high quality leads that will grow your business and get your ideas in front of the right people. And most importantly, in my opinion, is helping sales close the leads so you can bring in more revenue. Thank you for your time. There are just 2 last things I want to talk about. One is we're going to be starting LinkedIn meetups called LinkedIn Local Israel. So if you guys want to meet up everyone that you might be, hanging out with and talking to on LinkedIn, you have no idea who the hell they are in real life. We're just going to do local meetups. That's also going to be really fun. Another thing is if you would like a free review of your LinkedIn or other B2B marketing accounts, please feel free to come up to me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Yoel Israel is my name, and we'd be happy connecting you with a full in-depth review of your accounts and help you guys bring in more leads. I really want to give back to the Israeli community, the tech community that's given so much to us. Thank you. Are there any questions? Yeah?
How large of an audience of a remarketing audience do you need for ads to actually run?
300 is the minimum. Yeah, that's a great question. Okay, so Facebook is a CPM model. That means you pay for, everyone knows CPM is here. So what's great is that on LinkedIn, you can actually also choose a CPM model if you'd like. So if you're really good copy and your click-through rates are really, really high, then if you move over to the CPM model, then you're able to get much, much, much cheaper clicks. The reason why LinkedIn ad does have higher cost per click is because it's better. The targeting isn't just better, but the products that you're selling is $1,000 a month, not one time buy the stupid inflatable chair for your beach. Do you know what I mean? So the revenue is worth much more. So I personally spend $1,000 a month, but my retainer starts at a minimum of $1,000 a month. So it easily pays for itself. And so our clients, a lot of startups do the minimum retain their monthly fee is $3,000, $5,000, $7,000 a month. So they easily making their money back. So yes, it is more expensive. You can bring it down. There are ways to do it. Carousel ads is a great way to do it, and the CPM model, high click-through rates, is a great way to do it, but you have to understand that it will, in general, be higher than Facebook, because it's better. Fabulous, thank you.